Tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Well, we started this season against the Oakland A's. I guess it's fitting that we end this season with the Oakland A's. Welcome back to the pen here. Brad, Adam with you. You know, we start next season with the Oakland A's as well. That's a lot of green and gold. We finish up the season, of course, with 3 against Oakland. And the rookies, well, they've got something to play for. They know they've got 3 left, and they want to finish strong and impress their skipper. That skipper, Eric Wedge, standing by with Jen Mueller on the youngsters.
Well, the last 3 days really means that it is a last chance for some of those young guys to make an impression. How do you want them to handle these next couple of days?
Well, I want them to play it through. I mean, I don't want them to act like there's only 3 games left or 2 games left or 1 game left. I want them to play like it's the middle of the season, and see it all the way through to the last out. And, these guys have done a good job. We've had a few moments when we've let our guard down, but, outside of that, I've been proud of the way they've handled themselves, the way they've played, and they're working to get better, and they will get better.
Will you work your lineups any differently the next couple of days to see some guys one more time?
Probably not. I mean, we're somewhat limited just because we're a little short on personnel, but I'm looking forward to watching them go out and keep playing. Every pitch, every out, every inning, it tells you a great deal about where these guys are, and that's exciting.
That's what you expect from them. How about for you and your staff? What are you looking at the next couple of days?
Well, we've got a lot of meetings with players. We've got a lot going on. We'll meet as a staff Thursday after the season's over. We've got a lot going on here just in regard to these, different individual meetings we have, and then, different areas of our ball club as we try to, just sum everything up.
All right, the skipper with Jen, definitely fall weather. It's football weather. We go to our Northwest Ford Sports Desk and Ange Menting. Huskies 1-0 in Pac-12 play, Ange, but now face life on the road this weekend.
Yes, and the beauty, if you will, Brad, of the baseball season here in the Northwest, ending on Wednesday, is that you can now devote your full attention to the football season. The Huskies, Keith Price, has thrown 14 this season. That's off at 9 a.m. this Saturday on Root Sports. You are already well into live M's coverage tonight. We're up against Jason Vargas' first pitch. It will also be his last start. Watch him finish strong next here on Root Sports.
This is Mariner Baseball, the final 3 games of the 2011 season. Welcome, everybody, as we are seconds away from first pitch. Jason Vargas to Jamal Weeks in there for called strike 1. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. And And the Mariners coming in with a 9-7 record against these Athletics as Vargas tries to win game number 10 on the season. Fouled back. 61 degrees. Roof covering us tonight. Wind out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour. A's come in having won 2 of 3 at Anaheim. Mariners 3-4 in their road trip. Lost the last 4 games. Weeks since his call-up. Playing in his 95th game. He's got the best batting average on the ball club at .305. 1-2 from Vargas. Down low. Weeks' older brother Ricky Weeks, the Central Division champions in the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers. Vargas trying to get his first win against the A's this year. He's 0-3. That's well hit. Left field. And the base of the fence. And Weeks into second with a leadoff double. So Jemile Weeks with his 25th double. Let's take a look at the rest of the A's batting order.
And following Weeks, it'll be Coco Crisp hitting second. Matsui and Willingham leading the club with 28 home runs this year. Then it's Sizemore, Suzuki, Carter, Taylor, and Rosales will hit ninth. Numbers for Jason Vargas trying to get that 10th win in tonight's ballgame. ERA at a 4.38. 193 innings pitched for Jason. 121 strikeouts. Opponent's average 264.
There's Coco Crisp. We've seen Coco bat anywhere from lead off to cleanup with this A's ball club this year. A's on the season, 12th in batting, 12th in runs, 12th in hits, home runs. They're 8th in stolen bases, 5th in strikeouts, dead last in defense, and 4th in ERA. Back to the middle. Here's Ackley surrounding. Throws out Crisp. Crisp does the job, moves the runner to third, 1 out.
Take a look at the rest of the defense. For the Mariners in the outfield, Robinson in left. Saunders gets the start in center field. Ichiro is out in right. And on the infield, Liddy at third. Rodriguez getting the start at shortstop. Ackley and Smoke on the right side of the diamond. And Olivo will be behind the dish.
I'll bring up Hideki Matsui. He's got 5 hits against Vargas. 3 have been for home runs.
Mariners will bring their infield in. 1 out, trying to cut the runner down. See how manager Bob Melvin wants to play it. With Weeks' speed, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a contact play on. Matsui puts it in play. I wouldn't be surprised to see Weeks take off for home. As Dave mentioned, the A's have struggled offensively this year.
There's Bob, took over earlier this season. Just brought in Phil Garner. Swing and miss. Brought in his good friend and mentor, Phil Garner. He was his right-hand man on the bench there since we last saw these A's. 1-1 to Matsui. There's Scrap Iron, good player with the Pittsburgh Pirates and the A's. Gentleman in the mustache on the right. And Melvin played with the Giants 88, 89, and then Bob was coach with Scrap Iron in Detroit and Houston. 1-1 to Matsui. Now a loop into left field for a base hit. Score Weeks, and the A's are on top 1-0. RBI for Matsui is 72nd.
Just a jam shot. Gets in on the hands of Matsui. The ball belt high. That's how he's able to elevate it and get it in the air and hit it into the outfield. And because he was jammed, no chance for Robinson to make the play.
Here's Josh Willingham. Boy, he's an unheralded power guy. He's hitting .249, but he's got 28 homers and 94 runs batted in. Team leader in this category. Only A's on the ball club with more than 15 home runs. Next closest is Kurt Suzuki, the catcher. He's got 14. There's the home run story for the Athletics, 12th in the American League, just ahead of the Mariners, who are 13th, 1-2. 111 home runs for the A's, 107 for Seattle. How about Vargas? Tale of two halves, 6-6 in the first half, a 3.49 ERA. 3-7, a 5.90 here in the second half. Strike three call. Willingham was sitting on a breaking ball. Vargas beat him on a fastball. 2 outs.
And that's after Vargas has pitched well in his last 3 outings to help out his second half numbers.
Yeah. Scott Sizemore, third baseman.
It's just a fastball. Looks like a two-seam fastball from Vargas. And I think you're right. You can see how late Willingham started his swing, sitting on an off-speed pitch.
Scott Sizemore, the third baseman. And there for strike 1-1. 2 outs, a run in. Matsui at first. Matsui has virtually anchored himself. There's this stage in his career, not a base stealing threat. Two and one. So how do you like the playoff situation? You got Baltimore 6-2 beating Boston in Baltimore. Tampa Bay beating the Yankees in the ninth 5-2. Atlanta last night. Atlanta loses 4-2. Cliff Lee beats them. 2-2 the count here to Sizemore. St. Louis was trying to make a run. They were a game back starting today, and they are losing at Houston 4-2 in the seventh. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sizemore's gone. A's get a run, and they leave a runner on. Mariners coming to bat. It's 1-0 Oakland. Welcome back, everybody. Ichiro to lead things off against Brendan McCarthy, who's had a lot of success against the Mariners this year. Here's the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Ichiro is leading things off, and then is Luis Rodriguez getting the start at shortstop and hitting second today. Ackley, Karp, and Smoke. Olivo, Robinson, he moves it to hitting seventh, and then Liddy eighth. Liddy with a nice road trip. 3 home runs on the road trip. And then Michael Saunders playing center field and hitting ninth. Overall numbers from McCarthy. He's looking for his 10th win, an ERA of 3.26, 162 and 2/3 innings, 117 strikeouts, and he has pitched well against the Mariners this year.
3 games, a 1-2 record. How about this ERA? 1.14. Anything deceptive, anything overpowering, anything tricky with his breaking ball? I mean, because he has thrown really well against the Mariners.
He's not overpowering. He gets a lot of sink to his fastball, especially as the game moves on. Early on, I think, is when you have to get after him. And he'll mix in his slider, his off-speed pitches. He can pitch behind in the count. If he has to pitch backwards, he can certainly do that. But I think the biggest thing for him is he just tries to keep the ball on the ground. He's tall and lanky, so I think there is some deception to him. He hides the ball. You can see him standing on the mound. He's doing a little bit of turn to him.
Working from the first base side of the rubber, fouled off his last time out against the Mariners on the 3rd of September. Complete game, 3 hits, shutout with 10 strikeouts, no walks. Their work cut out for him here today. 0-2 to Ichiro. Look out, look out. Ichiro sitting on 182 hits.
There's McCarthy. Can see his fastball, 90 miles an hour.
0-2.
In today's game, that's probably a little below average, in 90-91.
Still 0-2. Ichiro going to finish with his lowest hit total since he came over here to the big leagues in the USA. 0-2 off the plate. Previous low total for Ichiro in hits. A lot of guys would give the eye tooth for this. He had 206 in the 05 season and 208 in the 02 season. Got a 2-2 count here. Swing and a miss. Suzuki's going to throw down to Chris Carter. Finish off the out. Okay, 2-3. 1 out here in the first.
After a number of fastballs, he comes back with a breaking ball that's down in the dirt. Ichiro chases it. You can see he's out in front of it. Good play by Suzuki, the catcher. Willingham in left field, Chris Bowden in center, Taylor the right fielder today. Sizemore and Rosales on the left side of the infield. Weeks and Carter on the right side, and Suzuki will do the catching. And yes, a lot of changes for the A's in their lineup.
Luis Rodriguez pops one up short center field. Coco Crisp is there. 2 outs. When they started the season, Kuzminoff was at third, Barton was at first. They had
Pennington, the shortstop.
Pennington just got hurt recently. He's done for the season.
Yeah, good little second baseman. He's with the Rockies now.
Oh, yeah. Mark Ellis.
Mark Ellis.
Good player.
Yeah.
Like him.
Yeah.
Weeks has done a heck of a job since coming up.
He has. He's played well. Leads all rookies in triples with 8. Yeah, they had De Jesus in left field, in right field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're trying out Taylor and Carter, 2 big guys, right field and first base respectively. Neither one of them really started to rip it up yet by any stretch. 1-1 to Ackley. He leads the Mariners in triples with 7. Figure out the ball he played last fall and winter. He's going to welcome this downtime.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of the guys played more baseball than they ever have, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the break. Let their bodies heal up, ease the mind a little bit.
Tell you what, no rest for the coaching staff. I'm talking to Eric Wedge, batting cage today, and just talking about the meetings they had the other day. All the scouts were down in Texas for the annual meeting, and they're meeting with players individually now, and the coaching staff. Coaching staff, are they going to be back? That's one issue. And then Eric's getting a schedule set for what he wants to do going down to instructional league and get some time to himself. And just keeping track on telling kids and telling the young guys, hey, this is how we want to do it as Ackley flies out to Willingham. Interesting what he has in front of him trying to turn this ball club around. 1-0 A's. Coming up on Wednesday, Mariners and A's close out this 2011 season. It's Northwest Getaways night here at Safeco Field. All you fans are going to get a chance to win great trips around our region, including a trip to Union, Washington for a 2-night stay and a $200 resort credit at the beautiful Alderbrook Resort and Spa. For more information or tickets, Northwest Getaways night, go to mariners.com/getaways. Kurt Suzuki, the catcher for the A's, leads off, takes a strike. Suzuki, Chris Carter, Michael Taylor, 6, 7, and 8 for the Athletics. A's with a run on 2 hits. RBI by Matsui for the 1-0 lead. C.J. Wilson, Dan Herron, the pitching matchup in the Texas Angels matchup. Two and 1 to Kurt Suzuki. 2-2. Mariners are 9-7 against these A's, 5-2 here in Seattle, and 4-5 in Oakland.
I think the key to beating the A's is you have to keep Weeks and Crisp off the bases. They have struggled this year offensively. Power numbers are down. But those two guys can cause a lot of problems on the bases, and they can pick up some cheap runs because of them. We've seen that at the start of the game, a double from Weeks, and he ends up scoring on a little flare base hit off of Matsui.
What was the last trip in? There was a situation where Crisp needed a bag and got it with ease. Wound up scoring late in the game. 2-2. Pretty well hit left field. Trayvon Robinson going back, not going to get it. Base of the fence again. Trayvon gets it in quickly. Might have a shot here. Got him. Second base umpire Brian Knight. Right there, Suzuki. I didn't track Suzuki out of the box, but there had been a couple of steps there that held him up. Good throw by Trayvon Robinson.
I think the key to it is he plays it perfectly off the wall and then gets it in quickly. A one-hop, easy throw to handle for Ackley. He puts the tag on Suzuki.
Single. And let's see where that tag goes. Looks like it got him right there. Looks like it got him right there. Mariners will take it, 1 out. There's Kurt Suzuki. There's Chris Carter, beg your pardon. Suzuki's thrown out. Good for Robinson. Big swing and a miss by Carter.
The key for Robinson again is all the work they put in with the young guys before even batting practice starts, and knowing how to play balls off the wall. He was going back, hopefully trying to catch it, but it was as soon as he saw that he wasn't going to, gave himself enough room for the wall. Didn't get too close to it. Carter pops his ball up, and looks like a lead ball will have a play.
Hill takes care of it for the second out.
But the key is give yourself enough room, and he gets a perfect one hop, which made it easy for him to turn almost like a relay man and fire it back into the infield. But for Trayvon, out in left field, you can see he stops, slows down to make sure he doesn't get too close to it, already turning his body as he's fielding it. Makes an accurate throw into second. Good work.
Here's Michael Taylor. Breaking ball, strike 1.
Taylor has not had a lot of playing time, only 23 at bats for him. 1 home run.
Much heralded player coming out of the Philly system. Drives this in the right center field for Ichiro. Good inning for Vargas and the Mariners, highlighted by the Trayvon Robinson assist, throwing out Suzuki, trying to stretch it into a double. Athletics lead to 1-0 with Carp Smoking Olivo coming up. 160. Both the A's and the Mariners. Here's Mike Carp to lead it off. Carp smoking Olivo. Brendan McCarthy, first inning, went 1-2-3, a strikeout and a couple flyouts. Pretty good numbers for Carp. Road trip, 11 for 29, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Wakes vacuums it up, 1 out. I'll bring up first baseman Justin Smoak. Talked about him in the open of the program. Rick Wedge over the last few days talking about I'd like to see him shorten up his swing and wish him all the good luck and health.
I think that's the biggest thing. Again, with Justin, he had been, you see McCarthy topping out at 92 miles an hour, but he had been leading the club in home runs and RBI, swinging the bat well. Had a thumb issue. I think he tried to play through it for a period of time, which hurt him. Anytime you can't use your hands effectively trying to hit, you're going to be in trouble. And I think he ended up getting into some bad habits. His swing ended up a little bit longer, and he's been trying to figure it out since then. But the problem is since then, he's hurt his other thumb, and then he took the ground ball to the face. So the consistent at-bats have not been there for him.
Still leads the club with 24 doubles.
For me, he's shown me that from either side of the plate, he can hit the ball out of the ballpark going the other way, which shows, I think, good power for him, and he can do it in this ballpark. Just I'd like to see him stay healthy and get 550 at-bats.
Boy, he's a key to any success that the Mariners may have next year. You have him in a 3-4-5 spot. Got to have, and we need a power. The club needs a power guy. And Tag, you're it. So he needs to hopefully have a good off-season. Work on his conditioning. Get a little stronger, maybe.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the club and you start to figure out what you think the lineup is going to look like next year, and there's Olivo on deck leading the club in home runs and RBIs. But Justin being a switch hitter, they're going to need some right-handed pop, and he can provide that for him.
Ground ball down to the first baseman. Carter take it himself. Quick 2 outs. Let's take a look at the Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up on Wednesday. And then the American League Division Series, National League Division Series, they'll get fired up. I'm going to give you an update on potentially who could be going where in a few minutes. Angie Mentek will have that. 2 outs here in the home second brings up Miguel Olivo. Mariner catcher's 0 for 3 against Brendan McCarthy. Strike 1 to Miguel. Olivo 5 for 20 on the road trip. A couple of doubles, scored 3 times. "6'7" Brendan McCarthy of Glendale, California, lives in Dallas now. That pitch up high.
Again, he is not overpowering, but here we go into the second inning, and he ends up with a couple of ground ball outs. And like most sinker ballers, the further they get into the game, the better their two-seam fastball is going to work for them.
What is it? They always say when an arm gets tired, that sinker, if you got a good one, then it's just perfect.
That's exactly right. That's why you hear them talking about if they have extra rest and they feel too strong, they would rather throw 89 with some good sink as opposed to 92, 93, because they can do that. And I think at the start of a lot of games with sinker ball pitchers and starters, the first couple of innings is when you have to get after them, because that's typically when they're going to be up and feeling strong, the strongest in the game. As it moves on, the ball gets heavy coming up there.
18 homers and 61 RBIs. Tops on the ball club for the Mariners. 2-2 here to Olivo. 2 out, nobody on. Popped up. Suzuki giving it a run. He's there to make the play. 6 up, 6 down for Brendan McCarthy. He's already 1-2 with a 1-1-4 against the Mariners this season. Back with more right after this.
Excellent work.
Way to finish up the season strong, fellas. Hey, make sure you dust off your lederhosen because the 3rd annual Oktoberfest at Safeco Field, it's coming up tomorrow. Mariners and A's middle game of this 3-game set. Your ticket's going to get you a seat in the Oktoberfest section, a limited edition Mariners Stein, and your first beverage at the pregame party in the pen. Get your tickets. You got to get them through Mariners.com/Oktoberfest. Adam Rosales will lead it off. Breaking ball up high for ball 1. 1-0 on a first inning. Hideki Matsui. RBI single to left. Scored Jamile Weeks. Who doubled, was moved to third on a ground up by Crisp. That is a foul ball.
Thought it was interesting. We're watching the Angels hosting Texas. Angels have to win out. They're losing right now, 1-0 in the second. But did you read the article on Trumbo?
I didn't see that one.
He's been having a foot problem. He's been playing with it. They found out that he had a fracture in his foot.
He's got 30-something bombs?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Right. And, well, here's the thing that amazed me about it. Here's a kid that has played all year for them, 30-some home runs, and he was on his way to Venezuela for winter ball.
Not anymore.
Hey, I think it works out great for the Angels because I wouldn't want him going anywhere,
No way.
would
No,
you?
no, no.
Rest up, get stronger, get ready for spring training. I don't think he needs to prove anything to anybody.
Here's your assignment. You get to stay in Southern California for the next 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you say we had the obligatory year-end rookie hazing?
Yes.
Mariners said that it was great getting on a plane. I saw a picture of Trumbo, the Angels deal. They had him in a platinum blonde wig and a strapless gown, and that thing couldn't have been more than thigh-high, stockings and high heels. It was an unusual sight for a kid 6'3" and that kind of get-up.
Yeah, big man. That's a big man is what that is.
It was on one of the sports websites. They had all the great rookie hazing pictures from this year, and some of them were absolutely hysterical. I don't know what it says about a lot of the baseball players with the cross-dressing, but that's a whole nother thing. Full count to Adam Rosales. God, you can laugh. Mike's turning red over here. Just an observation. I'm just saying. 3-2. Job foul.
Well, the Mariners, they had a bunch of guys, obviously, with all the young players, first-year players that they've had.
What
so
do you
they
think, 10 or 11?
I don't know, but
and
that
Carp was his 3rd time.
Yeah, that was some shopping that had to be done to take care of all those guys. I mean, when we were going to get on the plane, they're standing out on the tarmac. It was an army of them. It's great.
Popped up again. Taking a look, his smoke running out of room. Can't get it. I think Mr. Kelly was involved in some of that, one of the other veteran players.
Right. I was fortunate. I never had to go through it.
You really are lucky.
Yeah, timing. The timing.
Timing's everything.
That's right.
Payoff pitch. Foul back again. Oh, man. A couple of years ago, was it 08 or was it 07, 08? They had a lot of guys in the clown outfits. And who was cheerleading outfits 2 years ago coming out of Toronto? I remember Tui. He was in one. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikes him out. Rosales is gone. 3rd strikeout for Vargas. 1 out here in the 3rd.
And Jason comes back with an excellent changeup and a 3-2 count. Rosales out in front of that pitch. Something that Jason does often and has to. Use his changeup and hitters counts.
Top of the order, here's Weeks.
Weeks with a double to lead the game off and eventually scored on a base hit from Matsui. He's excited about him, and you can see why as you look at his .307 batting average. 8 triples.
Plays hard like his brother.
Steal some bases for you.
What do you think of that Milwaukee club over in the National League playoffs?
They're interesting to me. I know a lot of people are handing things over to the Phillies, and that's not a bad choice with the pitching that they have, but Milwaukee can hit, and they can do some damage in a hurry.
Strike 3 call. Weeks didn't really disagree. He was sitting on another pitch, 2 down. 4 strikeouts for Vargas.
And Jason, 3 pitches in a row, paints the outside corner. Now, when you talk about Prince Fielder and the year that Braun is having for him, and Weeks is now back and healthy.
Corey Hart having a good year.
Corey Hart.
Line drive to Liddy and a broken bat for Coco Crisp. 1, 2, 3 go the Athletics in the third. He's leading 1-0. Bottom third of the Mariner order coming up. Robinson, Liddy, and Saunders. Field, Dave Sims, Mike Blowers. Good to have you with us and the fans here in the ballpark as Trayvon Robinson leads it off. He's thrown out Kurt Suzuki trying to stretch a single to a double. Trayvon with a couple of home runs, both in Anaheim. He's got 14 runs batted in.
Trayvon's numbers, hitting .213. As Dave mentioned, a couple of home runs. He has 12 doubles with the 2 home runs. Hasn't hit a triple yet. So half of his hits, 29 hits, half of them have been for extra bases.
It's amazing he has that many doubles in a short time he's been here.
1 stolen base. I would have liked to see him try to steal a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. It'll be on his list to think about for next year. 2-2. Trayvon's getting a lot of time in left field and in center field. Had some up moments, had some down moments. Mainly at center field, not so much in left.
No, I think he's played well in left field.
Bounces one up the middle. Weeks knows he has to hurry. Gets it there for the first out. It's 7 up and 7 down for McCarthy. Make sure you catch all the action. The 2011 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement's going to begin this Friday with the Division Series on TBS. There's big Alex Liddy showing some pop on the road trip.
Yeah, good road trip for him. 3 home runs. Hit his first major league home run in Cleveland.
And he's starting to see even more of a diet of that type of pitch.
Yep, you look at his numbers on the road. Even 300, 6 RBIs.
McCarthy started his big league career with the Chicago White Sox in 2005. A couple of years there, and then went to Texas there from 2007 to 2009. And signed last December by the A's, free agent. Oh, 2 to Alex. Play him a couple steps towards left and center. Drives it the other way. Taylor can't get it. Extra bases. Liddy will hold it second with a 1-out double. Nice to see him go opposite field. Hit it hard. Taylor couldn't come up with it. That's good. That's really good. I like it. For Alex Liddy, that's his second double.
We were talking about Saunders at the start of the game and being aggressive. And for Michael, I think there's a great example for him to watch, and that is Mike Carpenter. Watch it. This is the first pitch. He'll take it for a ball, but watch how aggressive he is. Like he is ready to hit right now, and then he takes it. And then the next pitch, he hits it hard. Unfortunately, it's right at the second baseman. But I think the key to that is he's not just going to give you a free strike. He's not going to sit there and let you throw a fastball in the middle of the plate. And I think that would help Mike out if he would just be more aggressive early in counts and give himself an opportunity to hit as he takes that first pitch breaking ball for a strike. He's just such a good athlete. Last year he hit 10 home runs, and we just haven't seen any of that from him.
Aggression's a big word there, Mike.
I think so. You have to be aggressive, and it's something that Eric Wedge has talked about a lot, hunting the baseball. And I think we've seen that with Carp. I think when Smoke is at his best, he's doing the same thing. And it's been tough to get Mike, I think, to be aggressive early in counts.
We had a stat at one point, remember that? He was 0-2, 0-1 and 0-2 as much or more than anybody in major leagues.
Right. And then that is a tough way to make a living. You just can't sit there and try to hit that way because you have to understand who you are. He's not Ichiro. He's not Wade Boggs. He's not somebody that's comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. So I think why let him get there? If you get your hacks in and you end up in that position, okay, but at least give yourself a chance because you can see what McCarthy's doing now as he's ahead. And McCarthy is one of those pitchers that has good command, but he'll start working off the edges of the plate, and those are tough pitches for anybody to hit.
To your point, 173 plate appearances. He's behind 0-2 just now. 0-2 for the 45th time.
That
ain't working.
That's a quarter of your at-bats. That's tough. And you look at the league averages in those situations, it's not good. It's a difficult way to hit.
And his batting average after an 0-2 count, $139.
There you go.
After a 2-0 count, $278. That's all you need to know.
The numbers don't lie.
That's all you need to know.
And he's such a good athlete. And I think what you would see with him, if he gets into that mode, hopefully next year, if he gets into that mode, you're going to see him start hitting more home runs and driving the baseball more, as opposed to just fighting for his life.
Well, he hits this one pretty good. Deep center field, but Chris settles under it. Liddy will tag. He'll get the third. A runner at third with 2 outs. Top of the order in each row.
And even in the count when he is behind like he is in this at bat, you take a look at his swing on the fly ball as he pulls his hands in to get the barrel to it, and he's able to do that. Just misses it by just the smallest margin. And he's able to hit it all the way out to the warning track on a cool, damp night.
Right.
He has some power.
405 hit that about 395. Each row. Mariners looking for a 2-out RBI. Strike one. Boy, those numbers are glaring. $139 when
He's not alone in that category. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, no question.
But nobody has 25% of their at-bats in that situation.
Amen. Not even close. It's it's a certain mentality you got to have. Sliced foul, 0-2.
Frank Howard. One of the things Hondo, he used to tell me all the time when I was young and trying to figure things out. Get the first fastball and turn it loose. And he would always tell me all the time, you're going to swing and miss, you're going to foul it back, you're going to pop it up. But give yourself a chance on a fastball early in the count. And then as you start to understand the pitchers and learn the league, you can start to do some other things.
Yeah, you have to establish that you can hit a major league fastball.
Well, the thing that will happen, I think, is if you show people that you're aggressive, eventually they're going to nibble a little bit more, and then you're going to get into the 2-0 counts that you were talking about where he's hitting 278 in that count. He's going to be 3-1, as opposed to here's a first pitch fastball. Okay, I have a strike, and now I can work on the edges, and that's going to make you anxious, and you're going to end up chasing breaking balls and change-ups and splits in the dirt and all that other stuff. Tough game.
Major league average after an 0-2 count. Batting average, Major League, 170. 170.
Yeah.
He's way below that. 1 and 2 here to Ichiro.
And in 2-0 counts, the average is over 280. And again, for me, I don't want to get on Saunders at all, but I'm just saying as a young man with all the ability and talent that he has, if he could just get in that mindset, a little more aggressive, the way Karp has been and Ackley have been, I think he would see the same type of success.
Crisp playing like a next-door neighbor to Josh Willingham, center fielder. Off the fist, charging is Rosales. Does he get him? He does. Nice play by Rosales to throw out Ichiro and deny the Mariners a run. We go to the fourth, 1-0 A's.
In and they trail by 1. Meantime, Boston's lead in the AL wild card, just 1 game entering tonight. And the Red Sox down to their final out, but they have the tying run at the plate in the 9th. Jim Johnson, however, gets Jed Lowry to strike out, and Boston loses again, this time 6-3 in our Sterling savings score. Dave, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Look at that in a wild card, Tampa.
So now the Angels would need to win out and hope that Boston and Tampa both lose the next 2 days for them to be in it.
And if that happens, LA and Boston get a chance to play each other in Boston. And Tampa would play the winner as the road team. Tampa's choice. How about that? 1-0 thanks to this guy, Matsui. Tampa would have the best record among those 3 teams, so they'd get the choice when they face each other. Can't get it, Ackley. Into right center field, Matsui, his second hit tonight.
And Matsui hits it hard. His first time up, it was a flare in the left. This one he's able to barrel up, and Ackley can't get to it. So Matsui is 2 for 2 in the game.
Bring up Josh Willingham. Breaking ball, strike one. Willingham get caught looking. Third strike.
And I'm sure as Jason was going over the lineup and the scouting reports on everybody, Willingham, because of his power and the 28 home runs he's hit this year, probably somebody he would like to have pitched around. But unfortunately, Matsui's been on first base both times that he's come to the plate, so he's going to have to make some quality pitches on him.
2-1.
.51 pitches for Jason, working here in the fourth.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Carl Willis, pitching coach, had Jason throwing off flat ground instead of a usual normal bullpen session, really helping with his rotational turn and just working on that delivery and being able to repeat the delivery and be consistent with it.
Well, he has been in his last 3 games, and so far he's pitching a nice ball game tonight.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Willingham again. And strikeout number 5 for Vargas. We're in the fourth. 1 out, 1 on. Time for AT&T Fan Pulse tonight. Which team wins the ALCS? Who do you like? Yankees, Tigers, Rangers, or whomever wins becomes the wild card? You tell us at 95323. Second time Willingham's gone down. Next hitter, Sizemore takes a strike. I think I'm going to still stay with Texas.
I picked him a month ago to win the division and to go to the World Series, and I'm sticking with it.
Got a chance to be a great playoff. Detroit is swinging a bat. 14 runs today. And how about Miguel Cabrera taking over as the starting today as American League hitting leader? Moved ahead of Gonzalez. Dropped into a tie with Michael Young. Swing and a miss. And down goes Sizemore. That's a half a dozen strikeouts. As the fan thought starting to work in, liking the Tigers. Tigers
Can't blame them. Yeah, Verlander leading your rotation.
Hey, look at the hitting.
And they can hit. Yeah.
Cabrera, Victor Martinez, Alex Avila having a great year. A couple RBIs here tonight. Kurt Suzuki. Line drive off the base of the fence in left field. Trayvon Robinson threw him out at second, trying to get a double. Came unglued on that swing. 0-2.
Jason in this inning, and I'm sure it's by design, but after he's gotten ahead of the hitters, he's elevated his fastball. Even though it's 89 miles an hour, because of his changeup that you have to respect, he's been able to throw it by a few hitters.
0-2. Boy, that is a mile-high pop-up. Olivo takes a look, no play. I got about, what, halfway, a little bit more than halfway to the roof. Here's another guy you're talking about, Detroit. Delman Young today, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored. 2 for 4, and 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Cabrera 3 for 5. He's up to 343. Vargas is up 0-2, and this one popped up. This one is playable. Smoke calling off Olivo. Makes the play. Nice work by Jason Vargas. Strands a runner at second. Through 4, he's down 1-0. The Mariners being one hit by
Braves trying to hold on to a slim one-game lead in the NL wildcard race. Atlanta hosting Philadelphia. They led 2-0, but in the 6th, the game is tied when former Mariner Raul Ibanez drives in. The go-ahead run, Ibanez drives in 2, and Philly wins 4-2. Dave, I know you like that.
Especially Raul Ibanez, you bet. And how about Atlanta and St. Louis? St. Louis a half game back. If they finish, St. Louis would host Atlanta, if necessary, in a one-game playoff. Luis Rodriguez will lead it off, followed by Ackley and Carter. Brandon McCarthy giving up 1 hit. That was a double to Liddy, an opposite field shot. To that point, he had retired the first 7 men that he faced. Rodriguez flied to center in his first at bat. Forward 2 to Louis. Good to see Louis back after that hand injury. Got spiked last week. Had to sit out a few games. Kyle Seager had to play at shortstop. Good to see Brendan Ryan down in the clubhouse and walking around a little bit stiff. He said that he knew about the collision he had with Adam Kennedy about a month ago. And then last Saturday against Texas, he said he had to go into the hole, did a jump throw, try to get Hamilton. He said when he landed, everything went a little queasy on him. And he's moving a little bit stiffly, the upper back and neck area, so he will not get any action here these last, and has missed action the last 4 or 5 days. Pretty big loss. Pretty well hit. Louis Rodriguez gets into one. And wow, he made a catch. It wasn't pretty. Michael Taylor, 1 out.
As you mentioned, he made the catch, and he ended up getting turned around a couple of different times, having to adjust to this line drive. And outfielders will tell you, line drive right at him is the toughest one. As he goes back, turns the wrong way, and has to turn back the other way and reaches up at the last second to catch the line drive off the bat of Rodriguez.
Boy, great athleticism.
Concentration, too.
Turn those hips a couple of times. Don't hurt yourself trying to replicate that at home, please.
He's a big man out there.
Strike 1 to Ackley. Slide out to left. McCarthy, all arms and legs.
He's sending a message to the Mariners right now. 52 pitches, 36 of them for strikes. Out of the 12 batters, 10 first pitch strikes.
He clearly has been listening to somebody. At first, before the All-Star game, 1-5. Since the All-Star game, he's 8-3. pretty doggone consistent. And Ackley, he's dismissed. Second strikeout for McCarthy. 2 outs here in the fourth.
We'll bring up Mike Karp. Mike hit the ball hard his first time up, but it was a ground ball at the second baseman. He hit a home run into the upper deck in Arlington.
I don't care if the wind is blowing out. That's a great shot.
Yeah, he's done that on a number of the home runs he's hit. They're not just going into the second row. He's hitting them back quite a ways.
The soup home run.
Yeah, he hit one up into the cafe here.
It happened to not be viewing that night. It was the night Jay Buhner was in here, and it was late in the game. And Bone says, "Nah, go ahead, hit one up and somebody's soup up," and then bang, that's pitch.
It was a rocket.
That was funny. 0-2. Struck him out. What an inning for McCarthy. This guy has been nails. 3 strikeouts. He goes 1, 2, 3 here in the fourth and leads 1-0.
Returns this week on Root Sports, headlined by Keith Price and the Washington Huskies in Salt Lake to face the Utah Utes. It's just part of a 4-game slate. Also featuring Arizona taking on USC, and UCLA batting Andrew Luck and 6th-ranked Stanford. Live coverage kicks off at 9 a.m. this Saturday on Root Sports. Unfortunately, with baseball over here in the Northwest on Wednesday, we can now put our full attention on baseball, Dave.
There you go, Angie. Thank you. 0-1 here to Chris Carter. Bottom third of the order against Vargas. Vargas has 6 strikeouts through the first 4 innings, hasn't walked anybody. Only real blemish was the Matsui RBI first inning single.
Yeah, outside of that, he's matching McCarthy. And maybe even better as far as his pitches go. 63 pitches, 47 strikes, just 16 balls out of the 16 batters, 12 first pitch strikes, which is a key for him because then he can go to work on him with his changeup or his cutter in on the hands of the right-handers.
Definitely more pronounced turn in his windup. Where do you project Vargas next year? What do you look for from him?
I think he'll be probably 3rd in the rotation to break up the young right-handers that they have, and you know it's going to come down. Obviously, all the guys have better run support would certainly help their overall record, but I think Jason will be better next year.
Wow, there's another big play. It went through the girders. How about that? It went through the girder, came out on the other side. Now, seeing the lattice work up there, the ball it came up one side and went through. See where the X's are? It went through one and came down on the other side. Wow.
Amazing. Well, they've talked about Carter and his power with numbers he's put up in the minor leagues. They haven't seen it here, but you have to generate some bat speed to get a ball to go up that high.
Bob Davidson, home plate umpire, is even looking up there. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out for strikeout number 7. '2011 season finale coming up 2 days from now. Mariners and the A's close it out for as low as $14 per person. Families or groups of 4 to 12. You can get a ticket to the Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Night. It's a specially priced ticket. It's going to get you a seat at the game, a hot dog, and a Pepsi. Good deal. You know about it. And we know your family and friends will enjoy it. Get a ticket. Get it right now. Mariners.com/specials. And say goodbye to the 2011 season. Big looping swing, 0-2. Vargas with 7 strikeouts. And strike 3 call. That's strikeout number 8.
And for those of you that are wondering if the ball had hit the trusses up there, those beams, because that was in foul territory, it's automatically a foul ball. But if it ricochets back towards the field of play, you can't catch it for an out.
A la what we see in St. Petersburg.
Exactly. So if it hits up there and it comes back into the field and somebody catches it, you're out. But if it lands fair onto the ground, it's still just a foul ball. You can't get a hit out of it.
Swing and a miss by Rosales. 3rd time in history a foul ball has hit the roof truss. Man, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen often.
No.
Man, that thing kept going and going. Rosales, he struck out in his first at bat.
Vargas again working ahead. Another first pitch strike.
As you look ahead to next year, you get Felix, you got Pineda.
You got Vargas, you have Bevan.
And they going to get a good look at Danny Hultzen next spring, the number 1 draft pick out of Virginia. And James Paxton, looking forward to seeing him. And then you're going to have a chance, some guys who have gained experience in a bullpen, some power arms out there.
I don't think this year there were some concerns on what was going to happen. They will not have. That's one of the things that Eric Wedge won't have to worry about.
Rodriguez throws him out. Good inning for Vargas. He understated as he goes strikeout, ground out. Now they got to get him some runs. It's 1-0 A's. See if the Mariners can generate some offense down 1-0. They've been 1 hit. The only hit, Alex Liddy in opposite field, double to right. That came back in the 3rd. Brandon McCarthy has been murdered thus far through the first 4 innings with 3 strikeouts and impeccable command. Smoke, first pitch strike.
And that's what he's been doing. 12 out of the 14 batters. First pitch strike. Guys are falling behind.
Back up the middle. Rosales is waiting for it. One out. Let's check in with Angie Mentink.
Hey guys, a win tonight by Tampa, and they could pull even in the AL wildcard race. They were taking on the New York Yankees. We look in on them. Tampa trailed early, but rallied to take the lead in the third. Then in the fourth, Kelly Shoppach homers to left, and the Rays beat New York 5-2, so they are now tied with Boston in the AL wildcard, Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. There's your wildcard chase. The Angels, they're in trouble. Adrian Beltre hit a 2-run homers, 31st.
I don't think there's anybody hotter right now, is there? I think that's 11 home runs in his last 14 or 15 games, something like that.
Yeah, his
He's
confidence.
unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious, and his plate coverage has been tremendous. I mean, we saw that when he played 2 out of 3 days. Here's a drive by Oliva. Well hit, left field. Goodbye! Miguel Oliva with a line drive home run. Ties it at 1-1. For Miguel, his 19th home run, his 62nd RBI. No doubt about that one. What kind of home runs you like to see here by the Mariners for Oliva? That makes it 108 home runs on the season for the Mariners.
Oliva, on the second pitch, he gets a fastball. It's actually on the outside corner. Pitch is up in the zone, but it's away from him. He goes out there and just snatches it into the A's bullpen. It's a line drive.
2 years ago, he had 23 home runs. I was giving him the business. I said, come on, you're thinking about 20 home runs. You want to get 20 home runs before we get out of here? He said, yeah, I'm not really thinking about it, but it'd be nice.
Well, I think that gives him the Mariner record for catchers. I know he was tied with Dan Wilson and Kenji Jojima at 18.
You bet. 20, a heck of a number. There's a slicing drive going to drop in front of Coco Crisp off the bat of Trayvon Robinson. So back-to-back hits for the Mariners here in the 5th inning.
That'll bring up Alex Liddy. Liddy with a double his first time up. Hit the ball down into the right field corner. Let's see Trayvon try to steal a base here.
I agree.
Yeah, the bottom of the lineup. Why not?
Totally agree. He's only 1 for 1. Eric Witt said, hey, there are no restrictions. Giddy up.
And so because of that, I'm sure Trayvon knows that. And you're trying to win a job going into next year, you'll steal a base.
Alex Liddy at the dish. He got the first Mariner hit. It was in the 3rd, an opposite field double. To Liddy.
McCarthy was in such a groove. Get him in the stretch now. See if maybe you can get him some counts, some hitters counts. First time he's missed badly with the first pitch. Well off the plate away.
Big swing and a miss. 1-1. Center field, Coco Crisp pretty much in his tracks. 2 outs. They'll bring up Michael Saunders. Flied out to center in his first at bat. That was in the 3rd inning. McCarthy retired the first 7 in a row. Gave up the double to Liddy. No trouble until here in the 5th. Solo home run by Olivo tying it up.
McCarthy's still in great shape with his pitch count, just 66 pitches working here in the 5th inning.
Left-hand hitter, 2 outs. Trayvon Robinson's not had much of a lead. McCarthy checks him. Saunders. No here to Saunders.
As we were mentioning when Saunders was up the first time, in this count, he's a 278 hitter. Look for a fastball and turn and loose, try to drive it. Get something in the gap. Robinson can score on it.
2-0. Takes a strike. One pitch. Runner goes. Fouled off. Boy, he's in good shape, too.
Trayvon's young. Go again. Huh?
He's not a 35-year-old veteran.
Yeah, I know it's at the end of the season, too, but I don't want to hear about being tired. Take off again. Huh?
I'm with you.
Make it happen.
2-2 with 2 outs. Right to the first baseman, that'll do it. The highlight of the inning, Miguel Olivo, his 19th home run, our record for Mariner catchers. We got a new ball game as we head to the 6th. Degrees here. Guys dressed like it's 35 degrees in Green Bay in December. 1-1 ball game with the roof extended here at Safeco Field. Top of the order, Jemile Weeks, Coco Crisp, Hideki Matsui. What a night for Jason Vargas. He struck out 8 through the first 5 innings. Big swing and a miss by Weeks, who's doubled and scored and struck out looking.
And this is a critical inning for him. Get into the 6th inning in a tie ball game, and you have Weeks and Crisp. We talked about it earlier with these two guys. You want to keep them off the bases. They can manufacture runs because of their speed.
Cardinals' playoff chances just took a hit. Actually, they don't get hit that badly because Atlanta lost 4-2. And the Cardinals just lost 5-4, bottom 10 in Houston.
Tony La Russa aware of the fact that every day another game goes off the calendar. They have to take advantage of it. They're going to look back at this last week when they had a couple of games that looked like they had won, as Weeks will hit this ball out to center field, and then they give up some runs late that cost them.
They had the Furcal error and the Mets score 6 in the top of the 9th, right?
In the 9th, and they lose by a couple of runs. That'll be one of the games, but they haven't played their best baseball down the stretch either. 76 pitches for Jason Vargas, 57 strikes. He's been efficient.
Here's Chris. Hard liner to Liddy last time up. 0 for 2, grounded out to second his first time.
I think Jason having the ability to throw so many strikes in the game today is getting what he wants, and that is making the A's swing. They're a club that will stand up there, not swing the bats, and if you walk them, they'll certainly let you do that. And in Jason, in the 2 outings that he struggled against the A's, that's what happened. I think he had 3 walks and 4 walks and was behind in counts. When he's had his success, he's pitched ahead.
Another line drive snared by Liddy. Chris looking down and said, dude, what do I have to do?
Third baseman's been standing there for years, Dave. I'll tell you what he needs to do. Not hit it at Liddy, who's been exceptional as far as his defense goes. This is an easy play for him. It's just a line drive to his left. Looked like he almost dropped it. Yeah, there it is in the heel of his glove. Oof. That's why you break them in. Get that good glove, feels good on your hand. You break it in. You want it to last for years if you can.
Extension of your hand, right?
That's it. Good once you don't feel like you have to close it. The ball hits it, and the impact of it, it closes on its own.
Venus fly trap.
That's it.
Good night for Matsui. Single to left, single to center. Look out. Play that the ball girl made yesterday down in Texas made all the highlight shows last night. Ricocheted off the wall and she reached up and got it.
Great play.
That was a standing play. Paying attention. And they didn't spill any beer. How about that? Got no play. Double trouble. The name of the late great Stevie Ray Vaughan's band. God, they were good. I saw something. He's been gone 21 years. That's terrible. What a great musician. 1-2. Matsui to left field, right to Trayvon Robinson. How about Jason Vargas, everybody, through 6. And he's given up 1 run on 4 hits. Might get him some more runs. He can go a distance in this ball game. Middle 6 coming up. Season 1-1 ball game. Ichiro's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th. Ichiro, Rodriguez, and Ackley. Mariners tied it up on a Miguel Olivo home run in the 5th. His 19th of the year. That's a club record for catchers. His 62nd run batted in. Ichiro tonight struck out and grounded out the shortstop.
Well, Vargas was able to put away the top of the order for the A's in the top of the 6th. Felt like that was an important inning for Jason. Gets through it easily. So now we get the same advantage here with the Mariners in the bottom of the 6th.
Good pitching against two of the lowest scoring teams in the league. Vargas and McCarthy throwing strong ball game here. 1-1. 2. Check out the CenturyLink high-speed pitch. 93 for McCarthy. Vargas at 90. One, 2.
So far, McCarthy trying to stay in on the hands of Ichiro. He's throwing fastballs in on him.
1-2. And he stays inside right there for the strikeout. That's his 4th. Let's check in with Angie. Some interesting doings in the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, guys, the season isn't quite over yet, but apparently the run of Ozzie Guillen as the manager in Chicago is. The team confirmed just a short time ago that they agreed to Guillen's request to release him from his contract, so he managed his final game tonight against Toronto. He was the skipper for 8 seasons and led them to a World Series title back in 2005. Dave?
Ozzie is a character. And it appears,
That's an understatement.
Yes, it is. So he's pretty much locked up with the Marlins. The Marlins, we understand, are agreed to compensate the White Sox with 2 minor leaguers. Not expected to be anybody off the 40-man roster. Jack McKeon, as you know, has been the interim manager, and will stay on there as a consultant. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to both of them. Jack McKeon is, what, 84, 85 years young, going on 50.
He'll tell you like it is.
He's a pimp. I love it. Next year, and Ozzie getting paid. They want him down there in South Florida. They got a brand new ballpark as Rodriguez pops one up. Short right field that Weeks will take care of. Brand new ballpark that's going to be a smaller version of this with a roof that moves just like the one here at Safeco Field. And the Marlins will next year be known as the Miami Marlins.
And I believe Ozzie makes his home in the Miami area, so
yep.
Probably happy to be closer to home.
He had a good run. I heard some folks talking earlier. After a while, what did 8 years with the White Sox? I remember Pat Riley saying this years ago in the NBA. Sometimes, you know, the message, you get tuned out of the message if, you know, longtime coaches. Yeah. That's just out of play, out of the reach of Sizemore. But the thing that's interesting about this Miami thing, I don't know if the last time you were in Miami, but where the Rose Bowl was, the Orange Bowl was Roosevelt, FDR Works Project Stadium in Little Havana. Well, on that site, they took away the ballpark, and that's where the new baseball field is going to be with the retractable roof. It's going to be huge. I think it's about 32,000 seats. And from what the last thing I saw was a smaller version of this, Safeco Field, and that's a great model.
Well, and I think they certainly need it.
Oh,
I played in the football stadium. It's brutal.
That's a joke.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's amazing they allowed it to go on that long. I mean, it's terrible. I remember doing games down there for the 4-letter network years ago. I mean, that's a great football stadium, but not for baseball. Forget it. And they won 2 World Series down there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. Off the glove of Sizemore. That's a tough play.
Well, he had to run a long ways for it and wasn't sure where the fence was. Take a look at it again. Running a long way to go grab it, and it goes off the end of his glove. He's probably used to that, though, playing in Oakland. They have more foul territory than anybody.
One-two to Ackley. Ackley tonight fly to left and struck out looking. 4 strikeouts, no walks for McCarthy. Vargas has struck out 8 and has not walked anybody.
Doesn't do to hit a home run. It's been a while.
You're right. 2-2. Pops it foul.
Good aggressive swing. Ended up getting a fastball at 92 miles an hour that was above the belt in the middle of the plate. And he looked like he tried to give the Mariners a lead with that swing.
How long has it been? How about July 30 against Tampa Bay?
Almost 2 months.
Worked the full count. Two outs, nobody on. Crisp, a couple of steps in center field towards left for Ackley. 3-2. Back up the middle. Solid base hit with 2 outs. Bring up Mike Carp with a chance to do some damage.
Dave mentioned 3-2 count, gets a fastball. Outside part of the plate, hits it hard back up the middle. Look at that, just squares it up on the barrel. Head down, eyes right, the hitting area.
Follow through.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
I think, too, you notice as you start comparing other guys, you look at guys on other teams, guys on your team. Carp, and I think you mentioned maybe 2 at-bats ago, he looks eager. He wants to rip. He's up there. His body, come on, bring it.
I think, yeah,
right?
That's exactly right. And I think that's been the biggest difference for Mike in the success. The playing time, yes, but his approach also, because the number of times, a few times that he was up before that, he's always had an idea of the strike zone. But he's just to take a lot of pitches, and now he's trying to hit the ball hard as soon as he can.
There you go, and Ackley with his eyes on the prize there is going to get all the way to third. Mike Carp with a base hit. Mariners something working. 2 outs.
We'll bring up Justin Smoak, give him a chance to give the Mariners a lead with a base hit. But a Carp again. Take a look at it. He gets a fastball. It's away from him. He's used the entire ballpark since he's had a chance to play. He hits the ball hard from line to line. That's a great look. Head down in the hitting zone. Again, a line drive into left center. Ackley, in my opinion, runs the bases as well as anybody on the club. Makes it around to third.
Those are 2 great close-ups of good left-handed swings. The execution was pretty much flawless.
That's why they're having a lot of success, Dave. It's the only way you can do it. The game is hard. It's a hard game, and you know, we've been talking about Michael Saunders a lot, but it's a difficult game, and that's why I think you have to give yourself every chance. And that's been the biggest success for Carp, for me, is how aggressive he is early in the count, and he's doing some damage.
Oh, that's hit well. That's going to travel. That ball's gone. Wow, what a home run by Justin Smoak. A 3-run home run for Smoak. And the Mariners take the lead at 4-1. Oh, man, did he torque on that one.
15th home run of the season for Justin Smoak. I think having some healthy hands and being able to put a swing on it helps at this level. It certainly does. And Smoak puts a charge into that out in the left center field, deep into the seats.
Oh, that sounded great off the bat.
Here's the swing. He gets a fastball again. McCarthy missed with the first pitch. Next pitch tries to come inside on Justin. And the ball runs on the inner half of the plate. And again, look at his head. Stays behind it. And just drills it into the seats.
There's another one. Miguel Olivo to the gap. That's extra bases. They have solved McCarthy. Miggy into second with a double. He's 2 for 3. Olivo with his 19th 2-bagger. That is 4 straight hits. Single, kaboom on the 3-run homer, and a single. And quickly, here comes Bob Melvin, the manager of the A's. It's Kurt Young, beg your pardon.
The Mariners have been watching McCarthy, and they understand what he's been doing, and that is he's working ahead. The numbers show that. A lot of first pitch strikes, and they're just the guys in the middle of the order are being aggressive, and it's paying off for him here. their third time through the lineup.
Correct myself, Ron Romanek. Kurt Young was with the A's. He's with Boston now. Ron Romanek, pitching coach.
There you go. First pitch strike. 16 out of the 24 batters he has faced. He missed with the first pitch to Smoke. The next pitch, wanting to get that strike. Smoke cut it off at the pass and hit a 3-run homer. And Olivo jumped all over the second pitch. Guys are being aggressive. I like it.
4-1 Mariners. Trayvon Robinson a single to center his last time up. He's 1 for 2. 4 successive hits.
And hit hard, all 4 of them.
Yes, sir. And all of this coming, folks, with 2 outs. Strike 1 to Trayvon. Inning started with Ichiro striking out and Rodriguez popping out the second. Ackley single up the middle. Carp opposite field single to left. 3-run homer Smoke to right center. And a double to left center by Olivo. Trayvon behind 0-2. Mike, feel free to call the location of this next pitch.
Well, I think we've seen it. We saw it with Ichiro at the start of this inning. Be a pitch that'll be down and in. Trying to throw that hard slider on the back of his foot. Trayvon's had a tough time laying off of that pitch, and scouting reports are out, so that's an adjustment he'll have to make.
0-2. Struck him out. Great inning, nonetheless. 3-run homer by Smoke. And for Justin Smoke, a rocket out of here. His first home run since September 10th.
Justin Smoke's 3-run home run. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here. And with Atlanta losing tonight, the Cardinals had a chance to tie them atop the NL wildcard standings, and St. Louis visiting Houston tonight. That game in extra innings. Bottom of the 10th inning, Houston's Angel Sanchez bunts to pitcher Octavio Dotel, who can't get a hold of the ball, and that allows the winning run to score from third, and the Astros win 5-4 the final score, Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. I know my good friends in the Cardinal booth, Mike Shannon and Mike Claiborne and John Rooney, they must be sick right now. Had a chance. Tony La Russa and company, they were right there. Backhanded by Liddy. Throws across. Retires Willingham. 1 out. Willingham to be followed by Scott Sizemore and Kurt Suzuki. Vargas, boy, he's been stellar tonight with 8 strikeouts and no walks. The only run came back in the first inning. Matsui flared to left center that scored Weeks from third. Ackley going back. Ichiro coming in. Ichiro calls him off, 2 outs.
And with 86 pitches in the game, no action in the Mariners' pen. Vargas in command of the game.
Boy, I like what he's doing here tonight. Make plans to spend your summer next year here at Safeco Field with the Mariners. Get your season tickets. Season ticket holders get a lot of good stuff. Significant savings off single game ticket prices. You get other exclusive benefits. So get your deposit in today. For more information, go to mariners.com/season tickets. Kurt Suzuki to the strike. Boy, I wonder who'll get the Chicago job, the White Sox job. Coming up. I heard pitch outside for strike. Suzuki didn't like it. Good buddy Tom Verducci from Sports Illustrated and MLB Network saying that, talking about that whole thing about Ozzy's message, probably getting tired out there. That he's probably better suited, not better suited, but he's going to like the National League game a little bit more small ball and not have to depend on the 3-run homer. Do more running. And some of the smaller things, some National League teams certainly, and that's a label you can put on a lot of National League teams that they don't always sit around and they put the game in motion. Sit around and wait for that 3-run homer.
And I think that's true for most managers that have managed for a while. And as you mentioned, 8 years in Chicago, the American League game. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way he feels. He would enjoy it more.
Look forward to seeing some of the names that'll be speculated upon. So he'll tell you that's a great job, Chicago White Sox.
Great job.
Oh, 2 to Suzuki. Down low. Vargas with 8 strikeouts. One and 2. Strikeout number 9. Oh, he abused him with an off-speed pitch. Vargas has retired 12 in a row. He's up 4-1. From Washington's lottery on sale now. You play, veterans win. We salute men and women, United States Armed Forces. Good night here at Safeco Field. Mariners with a 4-1 lead. Big highlight, a lot of highlights. One being the Justin Smoak 3-run homer in the 6th. Jason Vargas, he struck out 9, and that matches his season best. Last time he had 9 was against the Angels here at home. 3-0 win back on May 18th.
Alex Liddy leading things off for the Mariners. Hits it hard.
Woo! Backhanded by Weeks, but it's a good sign to see the youngster going the other way.
Well, hit a double in the corner his first time up, and then he hits that ball hard. Right at the second baseman, unfortunately. A good backhanded play by Weeks.
I don't know about you, but I'm liking what I see from this kid.
So do I. I mean, did you see how easy he made the backhand play? Deep,
Yep.
long throw. He's
How comfortable. The throw was right on the money. Come on.
with something on it.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. I mean, that's close, and that's in your wheelhouse right there, watching him play third, right?
Hey, he's really played well, and I didn't know what to expect from him. Didn't get a chance to see much of him in spring training.
I just remembered it too. I saw the one grand slam. He went back-to-back days with grand slams. I saw that. Third base. In the games I saw him play, one or two, he didn't get near the action that he's been getting up here these last few days.
Right. Yeah, and he's had some difficult plays to make, and he's made them all.
Wedge was marveling like we were. The one short hop he made yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a gorgeous play. Wedge is behind the batting cage. He said he was turning in there, getting up, and he's imitating the thing. It was hysterical.
Most hockey goalies would have been proud of that.
Yes,
play.
sir. That's exactly right. Craig Breslow. You see him all the time against the Athletics. Off the fist, that'll play.
I don't know how this at-bat's going to turn out for Saunders here, but I like the fact that he's been hacking. First pitch was a ball away, and he's swung at the next three pitches, all of them in the strike zone. Stay in that frame of mind. Good things will eventually happen for you.
Takes a strike, 3 call. 6 strikeouts for McCarthy as we check back with Angie Menton.
Hey guys, I know a lot of people are watching me do this broadcast and they think I could do that, and you probably could. Well, now is your chance. You can sign up for the Voice of the Fan, be a sportscaster for the day. It is presented by Snoqualmie Casino. Audition before a panel of celebrity judges, shine above the competition, and you'll appear live on a Root Sports college football broadcast. Space is limited, though, for the October 6th event at Snoqualmie Casino, so pre-register now at rootsports.com. Dave?
All right, Angie, thank you. 2 outs, top of the order. Ichiro looking for his first base hit. Strikeout, ground out to short, and a strikeout. Justin Smoke, a 3-run homer. Olivo with a solo shot. Jason Vargas, 9 strikeouts through 7. Your highlights here tonight. McCarthy started this game out, retiring the first 7 men that he faced. Gave up an opposite field double to Liddy. Got out of that 3rd inning, pitched a scoreless 4th. Mariners get to him in the 5th on a 1-out solo home run by Olivo. And then Smoke. There were 2 outs. Ackley, Karp, they both singled. Smoke hit a 3-run bomb. Ichiro bidding for base hit. Weeks. Didn't get him. Infield hit for Ichiro, but a nice play by Jamal Weeks. Base hit for Ichiro, number 183.
Ball ends up jamming Ichiro. See Weeks with the backhanded play. Then he goes with the little underhand flip. Can't get anything on it. And Ichiro just beats it out. And maybe if he comes over the top a little bit more and puts something on the throw, better chance.
Yeah, but if the way he was running, coming this way, could he have been able to stop it with Ichiro running?
Well, I'm not saying stop. You're still going to run through the play, but just get your arm up at a better angle as opposed to flipping it down low, because you can see that ball arc up because of the angle of his arm. Even if it's more sidearm, you have a better chance. Like Cano, or like we see, Beltre fielding that bunt play, something like that. Get that arm angle back.
Now we've just moved up 2 levels.
Well, I would agree, but he's a young man. He's got plenty of room for improvement, and that's one of the things he can do.
He can watch his brother.
Yeah, good one.
Beltre's, you again as a third baseman, watching him throw from right here and get so much on it, and spot on every time.
It's amazing, really, the way that he makes that play, and it's unique. When you watch him, nobody can rotate their hips around as quickly as he does to get on top of it. And when he throws it, he's getting a lot on it.
No crow hop. And just plants that front foot. And the torque. coming through with the hips. It's amazing. Luis Rodriguez, 0 for 3, fly to center, lined out to right, popped up to second base. Bouncing ball, Weeks will take care of it. Takes his time and throws out Rodriguez. Nothing across, 7 in the books. 4-1 Mariners. Games of the 2011 season, Jason Vargas has thrown a beauty. 9 strikeouts, matches his season high. He's given up a run on 4 hits, and that run came in the first inning. Shutout ball since then.
A's will have Carter, Taylor, and Rosales here in the 8th inning, and Vargas has punched out each one of them in the game, so that's a good sign.
Retired 12 in a row. Here's a high fly ball. Left center field, Saunders cruising under. 1 out. So 1 out here in the 8th inning. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Jack in the Box for a limited time. Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax. By the new Jeep 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. By Widmer Brothers Brewing, brewing without boundaries. And by Pizza Hut. Get any Pizza Hut pizza, any size, any toppings for one amazingly low price when you carry out. 13 consecutive set down by Vargas. And he's quickly ahead of Taylor, 0-1. Off-speed pitch found back this way. Tom Wilhelmsen warming up. Taylor tonight fly to right, struck out looking. And Vargas gets him again. That's strikeout number 10, a season high. 13, make that 14 in a row. Retired by Jason Vargas.
Jason, if he can get a quick out here, he'll be in great shape with his pitch count to try to finish this game. He just throws a fastball right by Taylor. Again, doing a great job of mixing in his changeup. That's why his fastball at 89 miles an hour has been so effective. There's a changeup for a strike.
10 strikeouts, season high and a career high.
It's like Tom Wilhelmsen starting to get loose in the Mariners' pen. What a story he has been this year.
We'll start projecting ahead to next year. You have all these, you get Soriano and Robertson, the way they set up Rivera, 7, 8, 9. You're looking at a similar type situation, having him in the 7th or 8th inning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that he comes into spring training, and that's the job that he's probably going to have to lose, which is that setup job. You get a guy that can throw 97 miles an hour with a great curveball, and then you come back with a closer throwing 97 in a split. Should have a lot of success with that combination.
It's a matter of getting some runs.
There you go. Get those guys in there a lot next year.
One, two. Off the fist, you get a Lukey or Cortez, one of those young flamethrowers. You get them for maybe 6th inning if necessary.
Delabar's 95 miles an hour.
Yeah. Ten strikeouts, 14 in a row retired. Pitch up high.
Still a good fastball from Vargas, 91 miles an hour.
In the 8th, not bad at all.
He was 90 in the 1st. They're in the 8th inning, 102 pitches into it, still throwing 91.
2-2 pitch. Off the fist, that'll get into left field for a base hit. Not like he got it just below the label there for the base hit. Time now for Benner Bank building to the future. How about Jose Campos, right-hander at Everett? 14 starts, a 5-5 record, a 2.32 ERA. Opponents only 2.14. 85 strikeouts to 13 walks. He's nominated for short season minor league pitcher of the year. All right, we'll take a look at him next year.
Yeah, that will work. 85 strikeouts, 13 walks for a young man. Short season A.
All the scouts down in Texas the other day. You don't want to rush anything, but it's been nothing but raves about Taijuan Walker. Remember we heard who was up here earlier this year? We had somebody up here talking about. Jack was talking about him, a couple other people. Said it's been unbelievable how good that kid's been. Fly ball off the bat of Jemiah Weeks, and that'll do it. Vargas 8 strong. And I mean put that in underlines, capitals, highlight it in yellow. He's been brilliant tonight. 4-1 Mariners. Jason Vargas being congratulated for job well done. As we always said last year, he's got guts. Special player. Yeah. I mean, he had some rocky moments, and he keeps coming back.
He just competes, and you have to love that about him. He's a guy, and again, you look at him, and he's had some success up here. Things weren't going particularly well the second half. He's willing to make a change, make an adjustment. And here he goes, his last four outings. Outstanding.
That rotational change a la Felix and Louis Tiant, and it really worked well. Carl Willis working on that. Nice two-hopper. Weeks throws out the Mariners second baseman for the first out. Change things up. Ride sound transit to work. You're going to save money and your sanity. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Ackley 1 out, brings up Karp. Karp 1 for 3, had a hard ground out to second in the second inning. Struck out in the fourth and single to left center. That was in the sixth. That's a fair ball. 2 outs quickly here in the eighth. Angie Mentek, what do you have?
Guys, I was just looking in on the Angels-Texas Rangers game. Now, remember, Adrian Beltre hit his 10th home run of September against the Mariners. Only one Texas Ranger had hit more in the month of September. That was Alex Rodriguez. Well, he has tied that record now. He just hit his 31st. But with the Angels threatening, Messire Izturis popped up with the bases loaded in the 7th inning, and so it is still a 1-run game with the Rangers leading. But remember, if the Angels fall, they are eliminated. Dave.
Hanging by their fingernails. 2 outs. Here's Smoke. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay wins. Boston loses. They are freaking out, New England. Guaranteed. Coming into September, what do they have? 7, 8, 9 game lead?
Yeah, it was something like that. They've had just a brutal September as Brandon Lee gets loose. If it ends up tied between Tampa and Boston, have a 1-game playoff in Tampa.
Pretty well hit. Left center field. And making a catch is Willingham. To the 9th we go. Like Monday night BLT coming your way. 4-1 Mariners.
Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit one of our 178 branches or go to sterlingsavingsbank.com. Dave?
Angie, thank you very much. I like the setup here tonight here as we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Mariners up 4-1, and you bring on Brandon League, our Nissan, shift to the bullpen.
Brandon League, 36 saves on the year, a 2.69 ERA. Opponent's average is 2.36. And a 44 strikeouts and 10 walks.
Chris Matsui and Willingham, 2-3-4 for the A's. Difference right now, the 3-run homer by Justin Smoke. Olivo tied it in the 5th. Smoke, the 3-run shot, give the Mariners the edge.
I would expect Brandon to be aggressive with his fastball. 3-run lead.
Held there for effect by Olivo. It's outside, ball 1. Vargas brilliant tonight.
Yes.
8 innings, 5 hit, 1 run ball, no walks, and 10 strikeouts, a career best.
105 pitches, 79 of them for strikes, and the big key is no walks.
Paint job on the outside corner, 1-2. Vargas trying to get his 10th win.
Yeah, he was consistently ahead of the hitters, too. 28 batters he faced, 20 first pitch strikes. Outstanding. It's a good way to finish up your season, isn't it?
You know it. One and two, crisp. Line drive, base hit, right field. One hop to each row.
Tell you what, he turned around. Pretty good fastball from League, 98 miles an hour.
Take a look at our steal cut above the rest. Jason Vargas, sterling work here tonight.
Again, 10 strikeouts, career high for Vargas, no walks. Only gave up 5 hits through the 8 innings that he pitched.
Here's Matsui. That hit by Chris. 6th of the night by the A's. Runner goes. Oh, what a jump. Olivo's throw, one hop. Nice grab there by Rodriguez. Stolen base crisp, his 47th.
Bit of a gamble from Chris. If you're going to steal 3 runs down, you better make it. Olivo looked like he had a tough time getting the handle on it. Ends up bouncing the throw down to second base. Rodriguez able to pick it clean. You can see his glove coming up to make the catch, and Chris getting his hand underneath the glove.
Coco, second in the American League behind Brett Gardner, starting today. Gardner with 48 entering today's action. 1-0 to Matsui.
Matsui's had a good night, 2 for 3. A couple of singles. He's driven in the 1 run for the A's.
Chopper foul. Matsui 6 for 19 against League. Way to go, Mom, to get the foul ball. 1-1. Chris, blazing speed at second. 1-1 to Matsui, up high. Faces say it all, huh? Perfect family night. Great seats at the ball game. Kid gets the ball and gets on TV.
That is great.
2-1. Earlier, we were talking about the Red Sox. September 1st, they were up a game and a half on the Yankees in first place. Since then, their record 6-19.
And for us seeing that team, it's unbelievable that I know their pitching has struggled for him, but still.
Wow. Man, oh, man. 2-2 to Matsui. He does a good job to stay alive there. Pro's pro, Hideki Matsui, superstar. Japan came over here and had a good career. Helped the Yankees win a World Series a couple of years ago. MVP in the series. Driven in the only Oakland run here tonight. That was in the first inning. A looper into left center field. 2-2 from League. Great job staying alive again. Pitcher's pitch there by League.
He's definitely not giving anything away. League making some great pitches. It's an important out. You have Willingham on deck. He leads the club in home runs with 28.
Two. Oh, he struck him out. Levo held on. Big K by Brandon Lee. That is huge. 1 out, runner at second. Make sure you follow the Mariners with MLB.com at Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You get the live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. It's great. I use it all the time. Text at BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Willingham, good hitter. Struck out looking, swinging, and grounded out to Liddy at third. Runner goes. No, double clutch, stolen base.
Olivo, I think he had a chance to throw him out. Take a look at it. Olivo comes ready to fire, and he loses the handle on it again. He does the right thing and just eat it. Once you hesitate at all with Crisp running, you're not going to throw him out, but I think he had a chance.
48 stolen bases, 0-1 to Willingham. Bouncing ball, Liddy. He'll throw over to first. They'll give up the run, 2 down.
He thought about it, but he
Sure
did the right thing.
Willingham brings home his 95th RBI. Crisp scores. 2 outs. And brings up Scott Sizemore. Crisp is really fast. My goodness. Sizemore 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a fly to right. Strike 1. Sizemore 1 for 4 against League.
That last fastball, 99 miles an hour.
Whew.
Comes back with a split at 88.
Impressive.
That's so tough on a hitter.
So Brandon League looking for a lockdown here. He's got an 0-2 count to Sizemore. The pitch. Foul past Mike Gallego, the third base coach. Trayvon Robinson gets reset in the left. Here's the 0-2 again from League. Hits to Sizemore. Down the line. Fair ball into the corner. Sizemore will get 2. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Just out of the reach of Smoke. A double for Sizemore. That's his 21st of the year.
97 mile an hour fastball. Middle of the plate. See how late Sizemore's swing is at a 97 mile an hour heater. Ends up with a double.
The hitter's Kurt Suzuki. Catcher Vargas, anxious as you would expect. He's an out away from his 10th win. Bouncing ball up the middle. Rodriguez throws. Got him. That's the game. The Mariners win it 4-2. 37th save for Brandon League and a 10th win. A career best for Jason Vargas, who had a career best 10 strikeout performance tonight in his 8 innings. He was marvelous.
He was, and to get that victory, he needed some offensive support. And Justin Smoke provided it with a 3-run home run. McCarthy was dealing at the time, and Smoke comes up with a 3-run homer in the 6th inning. Olivo, a solo home run in the 5th to tie the game up. But Vargas clearly the story in this game, Dave, with maybe one of his best performances of the year.
I agree.
In his last one.
Outstanding. For Jason Vargas, runs his record. He'll finish 2011 with a record of 10 up and 13 down. Let's take a look at our Sterling Savings Bank game recap. Things got going for the A's in the first inning. Hideki Matsui, looper to left, and scores Jamal Weeks, who had doubled and moved to third on a ground out. So that 1-0 lead held up. Brandon McCarthy was outstanding. To the 5th, here's Miguel Olivo, muscling one out. Home run number 19, and that's a career best, check that as a club record for catchers with 19. Closing in on his career best. How about Smoke here, Mike?
There you go, trying to go inside with the fastball, and he closes the door on it in a hurry. Hits it way back into right center field. The Mariners came out swinging that inning. Smoke hits the home run, but it's Ackley with a base hit, Carp with a solid base hit, and Smoke with the big blast the 3-run homer.
And all of that came with 2 outs. Star of the night, though, Jason Vargas, the pitching star, standing by with Jen Mueller.
Jason, those guys upstairs were talking about how this might be your best outing of the entire year. How does this rate for you?
It's up there. It's up there. I've had a few good ones, and this is right up there with all of them.
Is there extra satisfaction in knowing that it's the final start of the year, and, boy, you really go out with a bang?
Yeah, it's been a little up and down since the All-Star break, but, last 3 weeks, a month have been really good, and I've really felt good about what I'm doing, and looking forward to going to the offseason with that.
A career-high 10 strikeouts. You must have been locked in early, and you must have known you were locked in early. At what point did that click for you?
I felt good during warm-ups, and going out there I felt pretty free and easy, and, they hit some balls hard early, and I think that kind of worked to my advantage a little bit. They started being aggressive, and it worked out for me.
What about the breakdown of pitches? It seemed like we were seeing a few more fastballs from you tonight than normal.
Yeah, last one you kind of just go out there and pound the zone, and you get after them early, and you let the cards fall where they fall.
All right, a little extra juice. Go inside, enjoy this one with your team, Jason. A fantastic outing tonight from Jason Vargas. We are back right after this quick 30 seconds break. Mariners win here at Safeco Field.